The ERLC Summer update is here. After a lot of waiting, it has arrived. And this is one of the best updates I've ever seen, with so many features to check out. So please consider subscribing, but let's get into this update. And as you can see, we have received so much in this jam-packed update, from vehicle interiors to private server unit customization, new vehicle colors and materials, new house fires, fire department updates, new vehicles, and a lot more. And the first thing you will notice when you load in-game, there is a new skybox. And as you can see, this is much more vibrant and a lot brighter and makes the map look a lot better. So I guess that is a great change that they have implemented into the game, and it looks so good. And heading over, we have a lot of new vehicles to check out, and look at this, we have a total of 7 vehicles. Starting off, the Chevron Captain LTZ 1994, and you can purchase this vehicle in here for $3,000. Goes to top speed of 110 miles per hour, and as you can see, all vehicles now have interiors, and look, this looks very nice. We have some detail at the front here with an antenna and this small logo, and look in here, vehicle interiors are so cool. This is very detailed for ERLC here, and you can see everyone in the car, the reverse lights, everything. So this is a nice new vehicle that has been added, very cheap for you new players to be able to get. We also have the Chevron Captain Antelope SS. This one also 119 miles per hour and $6,500. Another nice one, practically the same as the one before. I have no idea what's different, but I'm sure there's something that is different. Now, our next vehicle is actually a electric vehicle, and to be able to spawn this in, you need to have the electric vehicle game pass, but this is $35,000 and goes to top speed of 114 miles per hour. And wow, this looks very unique, I have to say that, but it looks very nice. And in the vehicle, as you can see, we have a interior, and we also have a nice sunroof up ahead, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is a nice electric vehicle, and it's great to see some more electric vehicles being added to the game. And as you can see here, there is 2 brand new prestige vehicles. This one here, the Falcon Heritage Track, this is worth 1.2 million, and wow, it's great to have some more exotic vehicles in game, and this looks so cool. Like, look at the detail on this. The rims are oddly shaped, but this sounds incredible as well. And look at the detail back here. It's an unusual shape, but it looks insane. And interiors with it, oh my days, this looks epic. The acceleration on this is absolutely insane. And as you can see, we have this electric Kovac worth 1.6 million, which is now the most expensive vehicle in game, and it shows off going a top speed of 180 miles per hour, which is now the fastest and most expensive vehicle in game. And it is a electric vehicle, and look how cool this looks. This is one we saw in the teaser the other day. We've got sports seats inside of this, and wow, this interior looks so cool with this. And this is now the fastest vehicle in game, going a max speed of 180 miles per hour. Look at that, 180 miles per hour, and the acceleration on this thing is unmatched. This is absolutely crazy. Then moving on here, we have a regular vehicle. This is the Avron Bremen VS Garde, and this is worth 129,000, goes off a top speed of 151 miles per hour. And wow, look at this. This also has a sunroof, which is very nice, and this vehicle looks insane. I actually extremely love this vehicle. Looks like this is some sort of Audi here, and wow, this is a very nice vehicle. And look at these rims. These rims look so good, and the detail on these new vehicles are absolutely crazy. And of course, we have an interior with all these new vehicles. And last but finally not least, the 2020 Falcon Advanced 450, and as you can see here, $54,000, goes to top speed of 120 miles per hour. But not only can you spawn this in standard, you can spawn this in a Royal Ranch, which is pretty cool, a customization feature. And with the Royal Ranch, it kind of adds this bottom bit to your vehicle and changes the color. And wow, this is a beast. Look how tall this vehicle is. A crazy vehicle. This is probably the biggest and tallest civilian vehicle in game, and the handling on this is as you would expect, but this is such a nice vehicle to see. And wow, this thing looks like a monster from the front. Look how crazy I look driving this. And as you can see, these are a range of the newest vehicles in game, and the detail on all of these are so crazy, and they all have interiors which look insane. But overall, a great update, adding a lot of new vehicles, which is great to see. And another thing to point out with a few vehicles we have in game is you can actually customize them before spawning them in. So one of them is the 1969 Bullhorn Prancer, and you can change it from standard to colonial fields, and this is what we saw in the teaser with this number and the decal on top, to this one here, which is very cool, which has the pop-up headlights. So you can change some of the features, and these are all the different versions of this vehicle. As you can see, we have the standard one over here, then we have my one here with this antenna on the back and some decals on the side and the roof, and with the ram bar as well. And then over here we have this one, which is a different design up the front, a bit round and curved, and all of these are slightly different. As you can see, these have pop-up headlights over here on the standard one and this one, but over here we have them on top of the bumper, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, all of these interiors are kind of older versions, which look epic. Some older leather seats and some wooden dashboard inside with the wooden steering wheel, which is all very cool. And some of these vehicles actually have a open top roof. Look how cool this is. You are able to go to the mod shop and customize this. But yeah, this is so cool. Look how cool this looks driving this. Once again, over in vehicle accessories, you can have a open top, a hard top, or a T-top, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, some cool things to some certain vehicles which you can customize, which is very cool. And with this update, we have also received some vehicle customization changes. So if we come over to the mod shop here and quickly load in, if we head over to car color, you can select a material. So you can either choose glossy paint, metallic paint, or matte wrap, and all of these change the reflectiveness of your vehicle. And we have a whole new range of vehicle colors with some premium colors, which is very nice. And with this, vehicle interiors have finally been added. As you can see, loads of vehicles have actually received vehicle interiors, from some very crazy ones like the P car and the Christmas tree truck, and even the hearse has a interior. So vehicle interiors are finally in game. You can see people from the outside, and you can see when they turn the wheel, and each interior is customized to the vehicle and the certain type of vehicle. So these sports vehicles have like sports interiors, and then these older vehicles have more older style interiors, which is very cool and adds a lot to the game. And hopping on to the police team, some police vehicles have also received interiors, including the Sprinter van, which is something that I've been waiting for. And as you can see, the Sprinter van has fully received an interior. Look how cool this is. And if you enter the passenger seat, you can actually see the rear of the Sprinter van has an interior. Now, it does lack a lot of detail. Yes, it is very simple, but I think they've tried their best, and it would be epic to actually be able to walk around in here, because at the moment you can't actually walk around in the rear of the Sprinter van. But it's great to see that we have finally received an interior to the Sprinter van. Just look how cool this looks. And loads of other vehicles on the police department have received interiors from this Explorer here. And look how cool this is to actually be a passenger riding around in these. And look at this, the Falcon Stallion 350. Look how cool it looks with the lights and the interior. This is such a cool vehicle. Then on the DOT team, we have also received interiors on the Velfire Everett cab and the Street Sweeper, which is very cool. And if we spawn in the Street Sweeper, look at this, very nice interior on this vehicle. And it's great to see that DOT have also been included in this update, and it's so cool that you can now actually drive in third person. This is going to create so many opportunities for the game heading forward. And on the fire department team, we have also received interiors to the paramedic SUV V and the chevron camion, which is very cool. And look at this with fire department interiors, and I hope at some point we will see interiors added to some of the trucks on this team. And as you can see from the update log, there are so many vehicles that have received these interiors. I will be making a whole video on each and every vehicle, so stay tuned for that. But this is such a cool addition to finally have added to the game, and they plan to add more functionality with vehicle interiors as we go into the future. And the long-awaited fire department update. If we just grab a uniform here, you can see we have received a whole new helmet and SCBA equipment, and look how cool this helmet is with a new flashlight here. This is epic. And if we go up here, you can add the eye shields. This has slightly been updated. We have a flashlight, which is so cool, and we now have a hood that you can equip with the helmet and SCBA equipment. We have, of course, a brand new mask, which is much more detailed than previous. And of course, we have the SCBA system, which look at the detail on this. We have all sorts of devices on this, and the actual oxygen tank in the back is so much more detailed now. It looks so cool. And we have some new gear as well, the Halligan, and this is used to breach doors and quickly get entry to locked structures, which is pretty cool. And look at this, very detailed. As you can see, we have received new house fires, and look at this, these now spread. You can now put out fires much more easily than before, and we have a whole new fire system, and the fires spread, so you need to try your best to contain the fire. But we can also use the Halligan here. So this door is currently locked and we can't actually get in, but if you come up here with the Halligan, you can breach the door and it will play this lovely animation here. Look at that, that is a lovely animation, and you can gain entry into the house to then put out the fire, which is so cool. And as you can see, the fire station has actually been updated, receiving a revamp to the colors and the textures, which I guess is a cool update to receive. And the thing to point out is they've actually changed this to wooden paneling over here instead of the bricks we used to have. And a cool thing that has been added is actually some server customization. So if you come up here to your server settings, and if you have the roleplay pack, and with this you can change the settings. So the normal settings are Imperial. If you change this to metric, so the street sign type, the vehicle speed unit, and the speed limit sign type, if you change all these to metric, you'll see this now has European road signs all around. So we have European speed signs and European road signs, which is very cool. And something, when you change the settings, it will actually change the speed from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. So I guess a nice change that European servers will definitely love, and this just enhances roleplay servers a lot more, and it's great to see this change. And they've said that they will be looking to add it to more areas in the world later on in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. A lot has been added which I have missed, so there'll be many videos throughout the week, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on them. Thank you once again to my staff team for helping record this update video, and I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Happy summer.